Oh, would you look at those wipers? Oh, they are so perished. If only they'd used a vulcanized rubber so that it wouldn't perish. God, just look at that. So many holes, and it literally just comes off with my finger. Right, hang on a minute. There is no way you can make a replacement video about blooming windscreen wipers in any way interesting or, sexy. But we can at least make it informative. Let's start again. Hello and welcome to today's video, and in today's video we're going to be doing a couple of jobs. You can probably get these jobs done in about 10 minutes, so long as you've got the relevant parts. So the first job that we have in hand is replacing the wiper blades. Now the blades that I had on there were Bosch items, and I'm replacing these with these Viper items, which I bought from Amazon of all places. So as you can see, they are really badly perished, which I find quite unusual. They're Bosch blades. They've only been on there for a couple of years. They haven't really been used because I don't use the car when it's wet, to be honest with you, so I don't use it during bad weather. And they're really badly perished. So just coming around to the back here, and you can see just how badly this rear one is perished as well, and it's just literally hanging off. So the first thing that we need to do, obviously, is to pop off the wipers. So what I did is I actually put the wipers into the upright position, and they literally just clip into place. So as you can see here, I've got the other wiper, or the new wiper, in hand. You'll notice that the driver's side wiper, certainly the driver's side wiper that comes with this kit, has actually got one of those little spoiler things on it. Not sure if that actually does anything, but that is a good way to sort of tell that it's the driver's side. These ones actually come built in with the little plastic locating clip, and you just need to poke the wiper arm through, put the fatter side of the clip up into the wiper arm, pull it into place, and you'll feel it click really satisfyingly into place. Once that's done, you can move on to the next one. So that will, with a little bit of persuasion, actually just pop down. As you can see here, it takes a little bit of persuasion, but it does just pop off like so. And then you can grab your other wiper blade and you can pop it on as required. It is a good idea when you come to wash your car to actually check the condition of the wiper blades and clean the wiper blades with a soapy sponge or cloth or whatever you have on hand, just to make sure that they're clean, free from grit and anything else that sort of may come into contact with them. It's important to not use any cleaners that may have sort of some silicone in them. Silicone's great for the paintwork, but for the wiper blades it may sort of cause them to be a little too sort of shiny and not actually capable of wiping the screen very well. So just something to be wary of. They are obviously important items. It's just sort of one of those little things that you do sort of tend to overlook. As you can see here, I overlooked mine and didn't realise just how bad they'd got until I was looking at the car and prepping it for its MOT. If I'd been driving it and been caught in a rainstorm, I would have been in a bit of a dangerous situation, certainly with poor wipers. So it is worth replacing them if you don't use the car that often. Actually worth replacing them once a year or so, because when the car is stood, obviously sunlight will cause UV damage and will actually damage the blade itself. Some blades, some manufacturers do seem to fare better than others, and I was a little disappointed that the Bosch blades I had on there didn't seem to last more than a couple of years. They're not that expensive for this particular car, so it's not the end of the world, but I was a little bit disappointed. So one thing to make sure is when you've got the blade on, the blade itself actually wraps around the contour of the windscreen, as you can see here, so that all areas are swept appropriately. So just checking that one there, as you can see it is there, and everything looks like it should do. The next step is obviously to go and replace your rear wiper, And once that's done, that will literally be all you have to do. Now the rear blade, as you can see here, is actually smaller than the one that I took off. As you can see there, it is a lot smaller, and also the spindle in the centre on the one that I took off is smaller. So the new one wasn't actually clipping into place properly, and when I tried to, how can I say, force the issue, it ended up snapping. Now thankfully the passenger side wiper was actually in reasonably good shape blade wise, so I took the blade off, cut off a little bit of the blade, and then threaded that into the rear wiper housing. So I'm just reused the old housing but put a new blade on there, so, well, not a new blade but a blade which isn't perished and absolutely destroyed, and it seems to work absolutely fine. So as you can see there, it literally just clips into place. The actual clippy bit on the arm is built into the arm itself. Earlier micro models may be different, so obviously take care when purchasing. And as you can see, all done. Anyway, on to the next task. Next on my task list was to check the brake fluid. So I've got this little device here which actually measures the brake fluid for moisture. Brake fluid is hygroscopic, which means it absorbs moisture, and it needs to be replaced approximately once every 2 years. Now I'm coming up to that 2-year marker, and I bought this device as I want to check to see how urgently I need to do it. So as you can see here, I've got less than 1% moisture content, certainly in the brake fluid reservoir, and hopefully in the rest of the brake lines which were bled out a couple of years back, I should have less than 1% of fluid in there. Sorry, more moisture rather. Anyway, that's it for today's video. Couple of little interesting, fun little jobs which will take less than 10 minutes. If you found the video interesting, don't forget to hit the like button, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you next time.